And Edwards is down, grabbing at his left ankle, playing 5-on-4 here. Gobert gets caught in the air, and Butler misses the shot. Will go to the line. Edwards still down.
Anthony Edwards just broke his silence, and what he revealed has fans and critics doing a double take. After a rough start to the Western Conference Finals and an injury scare that left everyone holding their breath, Edwards finally addressed what really happened. But instead of calming fears, his words sparked even more questions. This isn't just about one game. It's about pressure, performance, and the making of a modern NBA superstar who rose from tragedy to become Minnesota's brightest hope. It was late in the first quarter when the Timberwolves' worst nightmare became real. In a crucial game against the rising Oklahoma City Thunder, Anthony Edwards tried to move past Alex Caruso. But then it happened. He fell hard and grabbed his ankle in pain. The arena went silent. People watching online and in the crowd were worried. Was this the moment their playoff dreams ended? For Edwards, who lost both his mother and grandmother to cancer before he turned 14, adversity isn't new. But this was a different kind of challenge. When they replayed the moment on screen, you could clearly see his ankle twist painfully. He had to limp off the court. For Timberwolves fans, this wasn't just a minor injury. It felt like everything might fall apart right then and there. The franchise that hasn't reached the NBA Finals in its 35-year history was once again facing heartbreak. Somehow, Edwards returned with just over 7 minutes left in the first half. The fans cheered, thinking everything might be okay. But something was off. He wasn't moving like usual. He looked slower. He wasn't taking bold shots. It was like his energy had dropped. At the end of the night, he scored only 18 points. He shot 5 for 13 from the field, which is not terrible, but not good either. For someone who normally scores around 28 points per game, this was far below his usual performance. And in such an important game, people expected more from the team's leader. After the game, Edwards finally spoke about what happened. He kept it short and simple. No long explanation, no blaming anything or anyone. Just those two words. But that only made people talk more. Many fans and sports experts watched his interview closely. They studied how he stood, how he moved, and how he spoke. Was he hiding something? Or was he just trying to keep things calm for his team? Edwards has always been known for his unfiltered honesty in interviews. Before this game, Edwards was amazing in the playoffs. He was averaging 26.5 points, 8 rebounds, and nearly 6 assists each game. He looked like a future NBA superstar. But then, Game 1 happened, and it told a very different story. This slump reminded many of his rookie season struggles when he averaged just 14.9 points before coach Chris Finch helped transform his game. Not only did he shoot poorly, he only tried 2 shots in the entire fourth quarter. In a game where your team is losing badly, fans expect their star player to fight hard and try everything. But instead, he seemed unsure, like something was holding back the same player who once scored 44 points against Phoenix on national TV, announcing himself to the basketball world. Edwards isn't just a young player with talent, he's the face of the Timberwolves. He's the leader. Some even think he could become one of the league's biggest stars. But that's a lot of pressure for a 22-year-old who initially preferred football and only seriously committed to basketball as a teenager in Atlanta. When you're in that role, every mistake gets noticed. Every bad shot becomes a talking point. And when you get hurt in the first game of the conference finals, everyone in the country hears about it. Being a leader's more than just playing well. It means carrying the team's hopes, handling all the pressure, and staying strong through every challenge. Something his mentor, Jimmy Butler, tried to teach him during off-season workouts in Miami last summer. Fans had mixed feelings after the game. Some were upset. They said Edwards didn't show enough heart. They felt like he disappeared when his team needed him most. Others, though, stood up for him. They remembered how he carried the franchise to its best season since 2004, when Garnett led them to the conference finals. Supporters pointed to how hard he works, how he never gave up, and how he still returned to play even after getting hurt. His effort showed the spirit of sportsmanship and the drive to be great even when facing problems. But critics thought he wasn't ready for such a big moment. This debate isn't going away anytime soon, especially after ESPN ranked him as the NBA's next face of the league earlier this year. Getting injured during the playoffs is about more than just physical pain. It can throw off your whole game. It makes it harder to focus. It affects your confidence. Even if Edwards said he was okay, how he played made it clear something wasn't right. For a player who modeled his game after Michael Jordan and Kobe Bryant, legends known for playing through pain, this moment felt defining. The moment added deeper meaning to this playoff series. Edwards' effort under pressure showed just how hard it is to stay focused and perform when the spotlight is on you and your body isn't at 100%. This was not just a test for his body, it was a test for his mind. Can he stay strong? Can he reset and come back better? Because in the NBA, the greatest players aren't made when things are easy. They're made when everything is falling apart, and they still find a way to win, just like his idol Kobe did countless times. Now, all eyes are on the next game. Game 2 in Oklahoma City means everything. If the Timberwolves lose again, they'll be in big trouble. But more than that, it's a chance for Edwards to show everyone that he's the real deal. He has to prove that he's not just hype, that the injury won't stop him, that he can lead his team when it matters most. Reporters, fans, and even other players will be watching. And the Thunder, they'll be ready to attack the player who just signed a 5-year, $205 million contract extension last summer. This story isn't over, not even close. No matter what happens in the next few games, Anthony Edwards is building his legacy right now. The injury, that's just part of the story. What really matters is how he reacts to it. Will he follow the path of his basketball heroes who turned setbacks into comebacks? His return and performance remind us of the emotional and physical strain that professional players face. He said he's fine. Now everyone wants to see if he can prove it. In the NBA, words are just the beginning. The real answers come when the game starts. For the kid who once dreamed of playing in the NFL before his basketball talent became undeniable, this is his biggest test yet. And when Game 2 tips off, that's when we'll find out what Anthony Edwards is really made of, the raw talent who used to impress NBA scouts with his 40-inch vertical leap and now must prove he has the heart to match. If you enjoyed this breakdown and want more updates like this, hit that like button, subscribe for the latest NBA stories, and let us know in the comments. Do you think Edwards will bounce back in Game 2?
Edwards against Doncic, gets into the paint, a little sidestep. Jumper good, bounces around and drops through.
Anthony Edwards has just unleashed another playoff masterpiece, and what's just been revealed has the entire NBA world absolutely stunned. For years, Michael Jordan insisted this young phenom was special. Until now, the Minnesota Timberwolves superstar has systematically dismantled both LeBron James's Lakers and Stephen Curry's Warriors in consecutive playoff series, confirming Jordan's prophecy and establishing himself as the league's most explosive rising force. Anthony Edwards, Minnesota's 23-year-old basketball supernova, created seismic waves across the NBA landscape after eliminating the Golden State Warriors in just 5 games. Born from unshakable confidence and explosive athleticism, Edwards revolutionized playoff expectations by leading the 6th-seeded Timberwolves to their 2nd consecutive Western Conference Finals, accumulating an astonishing 26.5 points per game on 44.5% shooting while delivering the most commanding performances of his young career. The implications of Edwards' dominance extended far beyond typical playoff success. In a message that reverberated through social media, Edwards posted on Instagram, "I ain't done none, come on," perfectly capturing both his accomplishments and his terrifying potential. This wasn't just playoff success. This was Edwards announcing his arrival as basketball's next transcendent star while systematically taking down the NBA's established elite players one by one. What makes Edwards' playoff destruction particularly significant is Michael Jordan's early endorsement of his talents. The greatest player in basketball history publicly declared, "That brother is special." No question about it. While telling Fox Sports, he sees some of himself in Edwards' aggressive playing style. This unprecedented praise from Air Jordan himself has proven prophetic, with Edwards delivering exactly the type of fearless performances that defined Jordan's own legendary career. Edwards' strategic brilliance extends far beyond simple scoring prowess into psychological warfare. He has masterfully balanced elite production with relentless trash talking, embracing Jordan's competitive mentality in ways few modern players dare attempt. Last season, he orchestrated a cold sweep of Kevin Durant's Phoenix Suns, followed by a triumphant Game 7 road win over Nikola Jokic and the then-defending champion Denver Nuggets. This year, he's adding LeBron and Curry to his list of conquered legends. The specific details of Edwards' playoff heroics reveal a player operating at rarefied levels. In Game 3 against the Warriors, he exploded for 36 points, with 13 coming in a decisive third quarter as Minnesota secured a 102-97 victory. His regular season production established an elite baseline with 27.6 points, 5.7 rebounds, and 4.5 assists per game, while hitting 39.5% of his 10.3 three-point attempts, stats that earned him his third consecutive All-Star appearance in just his fifth NBA season. As his Timberwolves teammate Julius Randle declared on national television, Ant is the brightest star in the world. Anywhere he goes, all eyes are on him. Indeed, while spectators once viewed Minnesota as Karl Anthony Towns' franchise, Edwards has completely redefined the Timberwolves' identity with such conviction that Ant-Man took that title and KAT was traded to the New York Knicks. This organizational transformation mirrors Edwards' personal ascension. The importance of Edwards' playoff domination extends beyond individual accolades into historical context. After spending several seasons as the worst team in the NBA and enduring a 13-year playoff drought, the Timberwolves have now reached back-to-back Western Conference Finals. Just as Jordan elevated the previously struggling Bulls into champions, Edwards has rescued a floundering franchise from perpetual irrelevance. Edwards' influence through this playoff destruction extends to changing perceptions of what's possible for a young player. By thoroughly outplaying established superstars like Curry and James, while still just 23 years old, he's compressed the traditional NBA development timeline. His Instagram declaration, "In Dat Mode," accompanied by #sign lock-in, signals that this playoff rampage represents a new normal rather than an aberration. Even Warriors coach Steve Kerr, who once pushed Edwards to his limits, has witnessed the fulfillment of the potential he glimpsed years earlier. "I thought I was working hard," Edwards once recalled of Kerr's coaching. "When Kerr came, I was going through drills and he kept stopping them. Like, 'That's all you got? That's all you got?' And I'm like, 'Bruh, I'm going hard as you want me to go. What you want me to do? I'm sweating crazy.'" That early challenge has manifested in Edwards' relentless playoff intensity. The NBA's star-driven marketing strategy has found its newest cornerstone in Edwards. Since Jordan's era, the league has promoted individual stars over teams, using the biggest and best players to build a worldwide brand. Edwards' combination of elite production, charismatic personality, and fearless competitiveness makes him the perfect successor to this lineage of marquee talents who transcend the sport itself. For those who truly understand basketball's competitive hierarchy, Edwards' playoff destruction represents far more than statistical excellence. It symbolizes the passing of the torch from one generation to the next. As Jordan once captivated audiences with his seemingly impossible feats, Edwards now provides that same electricity, proving once again that Jordan's basketball insight remains unparalleled even in retirement. The Timberwolves' path forward only adds to Edwards' growing legend. After dispatching the Warriors, they await the winner of the Oklahoma City Thunder-Denver Nuggets series, which Denver forced to a Game 7 after a brilliant performance from Jamal Murray. Edwards could potentially face reigning MVP Nikola Jokic for the second consecutive postseason, providing another opportunity to cement his place among the league's elite performers. Edwards' story through this playoff destruction demonstrates the rare convergence of talent, confidence, and preparation. His journey from the #1 pick in the 2020 draft to playoff destroyer of established dynasties proves that true superstardom requires more than physical gifts. His infamous claim that he could excel at anything, "Whatever you need me to do, I bet I'll be A1 from day one," no longer sounds like youthful arrogance, but rather an accurate self-assessment. As the basketball world processes Edwards' continued playoff rampage, attention inevitably turns to the possibility of an NBA Finals appearance. From being the 6th seed with modest expectations to systematically eliminating the Lakers and Warriors in just 10 combined games, Edwards' Timberwolves have shocked the league. Minnesota has won 17 of their last 21 regular season games and carried that momentum into the postseason, creating a legitimate championship contender built around the exact type of fearless, transcendent talent that defined Jordan's own championship runs. Can Anthony Edwards lead the Timberwolves all the way to the finals? Share your thoughts in the comments section and subscribe to our channel for more updates.
Time, ball fake. Only 6 to shoot. Curry. Oh, Curry! He hit that from the Woodlands. Bro. Shot clock down to 7. Butler on Şengün. Sizes him up. Jimmy, sidestep jumper. Good! Oh, Jimmy buckets! 41 minutes, and he still has the legs to rise.
All that pressure is right up on you at half court. You use your quickness and blow by him.
They knock it away. Butler's ahead of the pack. Butler puts it down.
Game 1 between the Golden State Warriors and Houston Rockets wasn't just another playoff matchup. It was basketball theater at its finest. The number 7 seed Warriors faced the number 2 seed Rockets as slight underdogs, but Golden State had other plans. They were determined to draw first blood in this series, regardless of what the odds suggested. Jimmy Butler, making his Warriors playoff debut, embodied this fighting spirit. The 6-time All-Star showed from the opening tip that he wasn't intimidated by the hostile Houston environment. Butler's confidence grew with each basket, connecting on 6 of 10 field goal attempts through the first 3 quarters. With 7:30 remaining in the third quarter, Butler did something that instantly became the talk of NBA Twitter. Already feeling himself after a strong performance, Butler pulled up from beyond the arc and drained his first triple of the evening. The shot pushed Golden State's lead to a commanding 20 points. What happened next captured the essence of playoff intensity. Butler immediately turned toward the broadcast table, locked eyes with NBA legend Reggie Miller, and pointed directly at him. TNT's Kevin Harlan, ever the professional, caught the interaction in real time.
Van Vliet fighting through it, and Butler's got it. Thompson picks up Butler. It's a 3. Butler puts it. Jimmy Butler. That's right. He points at Reggie Miller and said, "I'm doing my best impression of you."
Another courtside report claimed Butler actually yelled, "You like that?" while staring down the Hall of Fame sharpshooter. This wasn't just a random gesture. Butler, who isn't known as a three-point specialist, chose his moment perfectly to pay homage to one of the greatest shooters in NBA history. Miller, now 59 years old, could only watch as Butler channeled his energy from the broadcast desk. The significance wasn't lost on anyone. Butler's 3 extended the Warriors' lead to 20 points, forcing Rockets coach Ime Udoka to call a timeout. It marked Butler's 18th point of the game. The interaction between Butler and Miller came during a game that featured dramatic momentum swings. Golden State built a substantial lead, going up by as many as 23 points at one stage. However, Houston refused to go quietly. The Rockets mounted a spirited comeback, finishing the third quarter on a 17-3 run to cut the Warriors' lead to just 9 points heading into the final frame. The score stood at 69-60 as the fourth quarter began, setting up what promised to be a tense finish. Golden State ultimately secured a 95-85 victory, successfully stealing home court advantage. Butler finished with an impressive stat line: 25 points on 10 of 19 shooting, 7 rebounds, 6 assists, and 5 steals. His two-way performance proved crucial in the Warriors' road win. Stephen Curry led all scorers with 31 points on efficient 12 of 19 shooting, including 5 three-pointers. The duo combined for 56 points, showcasing the potential of Golden State's revamped roster. To understand why Butler's gesture toward Miller resonated so deeply, you need to know the background between these two competitive spirits. Butler and Miller have shared a unique relationship over the years. It's a complex dynamic built on respect, occasional criticism, and mutual competitive fire. Miller, now in his role as a TNT analyst, has had plenty to say about Butler's game throughout the latter's career. In 2023, Miller delivered one of his most emphatic endorsements of Butler. Following a 56-point playoff performance with the Miami Heat, Miller called it the greatest playoff performance by any Heat player ever. This wasn't faint praise. Miller ranked Butler's game above legendary performances from Dwyane Wade and LeBron James. Miller has also defended Butler during controversial moments. When Butler attempted a contested game-winning three in the 2022 conference finals and missed, drawing criticism from many corners, Miller stood firmly in Butler's corner. "You go for the kill shot when you have the moment," Miller said, defending Butler's aggressive mentality. But their relationship hasn't always been harmonious. In 2020, when Butler received a flagrant foul for crowding Chris Middleton's landing space, Miller voiced his frustration. Though Miller directed most of his criticism at the rule rather than Butler personally, the tension was evident. This back and forth over the years created the perfect backdrop for Butler's pointed gesture on Sunday night.